What's up, everybody, and welcome. My name is Dustin. I'm a branding and marketing strategy consultant and agency owner. Let's get this YouTube channel off the ground again by easing back in with some basics. And today's video is going to be pretty basic, but ultimately, I hope valuable for you. We'll be covering not the five, but five essential marketing tips that can really help you grow your business. Those are: clarify your message, optimize your website, leverage email marketing, utilize social media, and finally, and probably most importantly, measure and adjust your strategy. By the end of this video, you'll have practical and actionable steps that can significantly boost your business's visibility, attract more customers, and ultimately impact your bottom line. Clarify your message. Why is getting clear on your message so important? First of all, unfortunately, people don't always buy the best product or service or from the best businesses out there. They buy the first product that they clearly understand. Now, we've all heard people have the attention span of a goldfish or whatever that means, and that it's getting worse. Why is that? Keep in mind, the brain has two mandates. The first is to seek out the things that will help us survive and thrive. The second is conserve calories. You have seconds to grab someone's attention before their brains filter you out as background noise. So as people are going through life, if your marketing isn't presenting your brand as something that can help them survive or thrive, they're just going to tune you out. On the contrary, you can go sit in a movie theater for 2 hours and not even be conscious of the passage of time. You are fully engaged. And why is that? Well, that movie and the TV show that you binge for hours on the couch are stories. And story bypasses the brain's defense mechanism and draws the audience in and engages them. It's a sense-making device. So how can you use that in your marketing? First of all, get very clear on who your audience is and the problems they're facing. People buy things to solve a problem for no other reason. If you're selling a product or service and you've been successful, you are meeting a need. You are solving a problem. Find out exactly what that problem is and don't be afraid to talk about it. And then present your product or service as the solution. I used to dread going to networking events. The inevitable question, what do you do? Well, I do digital marketing. And they would reply, well, so like websites, right? Yeah, but also SEO. And PPC ads, and email marketing, and social media marketing, and content marketing. And their eyes glaze over because they couldn't connect with that. They couldn't connect that with their business. And once I got clear, I could start saying things like, well, you know how too many business owners are pumping money into marketing and they have no clear plan? Well, yeah. Well, at Badger Mountain Digital, we help them create a roadmap so that they can move forward with purpose, clarity. Or many businesses have beautiful websites. They just aren't performing as well as they'd like. And at Badger Mountain Digital, we help them by optimizing their website so that it actually performs and makes them money. And they can connect with that. They started saying things like, oh, well, yeah, I have that problem. Can you help me? Or I know somebody that might have that problem. Let me introduce you. Optimize your website. So why is optimizing your website crucial for your business? First of all, your customers are going to end up on your website, whether you like it or not. Today's customer is more educated and more comfortable with technology than ever. They will research you before they ever speak to you. And your website is the foundation of every other marketing effort you make, online or offline. Whether you're advertising on TV, radio, online, or at a networking event, you can send people to your website and let your website do the speaking for you. All roads lead back to Rome, so to speak. An unprofessional website will introduce an undercurrent of distrust. If you think about your own experiences, if you are about to drop a moderate to large amount of money on something and you land on their website and it looks like they threw it together in 5 minutes, you start to wonder if you're about to get scammed. And then, you have around 3 to 5 seconds after someone lands on your website to grab their attention and make them want to keep reading. When you can clearly communicate what you offer, how that can make their lives better, and how they can get it, You'll keep them on your page. And then remove as many barriers to purchase as you can, and your website will start generating more sales for you. It'll actually start returning the investment you made into it month after month after month. So what are the key elements of optimizing your website? Tip number one is going to feed directly into this. So clear and compelling copy, and keep it focused on your audience. People might think your story is cool, and it will help them connect with you on a personal basis, but it's not going to make them want to buy. We often work with a framework created by StoryBrand, and we found it to be hugely effective. Those one-liners that I created for my business, also known as elevator pitches, are an example of how we can get really clear with the StoryBrand framework, and we can also integrate that into your website. Next, use strong calls to action. It amazes me how many businesses, especially outside of e-commerce, have weak or even no calls to action. And when they do have them, they're too often buried deep in the page. Use it often. Use it everywhere. In the real world, do you really get annoyed if a store has checkouts everywhere? Would you be more annoyed that a store made the register easy to find and easy to use, or made you search for it until you found it tucked in the back corner somewhere? And then in your calls to action, use strong action-oriented words. Like get your free estimate versus learn more. They're on your website to learn more. They're not going to click a button to learn even more. Your design, it doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't necessarily have to hire a web designer for $20,000. If you're going to spend that much, find one that actually focuses on the copy so that you get a return on your investment versus, just commissioning some fine art. When you're looking at your website design, stay on brand. If you're not corporate, you don't have to have a stuffy corporate website. You can and you should have fun. And then clear navigation. Don't ever make your customer think too much. Make it easy to find what they're looking for and make it easier for them to buy. If they start thinking too much, mandate 2 kicks in to save calories. All right, leveraging email marketing. Why is email marketing crucial for your business? Well, first of all, you're never dependent on a single platform that can take away your access to your list on a whim. I have talked to business owners who have lost their Facebook page, their YouTube channel, and never got it back and lost access to their entire customer list. With an email list, you own that and you can take that anywhere. You're in a place where you're wanted. They've invited you into their email box. They've given you permission to market to them. They want and expect to hear from you. And probably the biggest reason, high return on investment. So for every dollar that you put into email marketing, you can expect on average $36 to $42 back. And that's an ROI of 3,600 to 4,200%. And the next highest channels aren't even close. So influencer marketing, ROI of 650%. Content marketing, ROI of 300 to 1,000%, depending on where you're doing it. What we consider the traditional avenues of digital marketing, search engine, SEO, search engine optimization is 275%. PPC ads, Google ads, and the like, 200%. Social media marketing, your Facebook and Instagram ads, 100 to 500%. They're not even in the same league. And email marketing gives you ongoing relationship building. So as long as you aren't being spammy and you're giving them something of value in each email, they're going to stick around. And that keeps you top of mind for people that weren't ready to buy at the time or have bought from you in the past and would definitely buy from you again. So what are the key elements of leveraging email marketing? First of all, build a quality list. Do not buy this list. That is a recipe for disaster, and quickly or slowly will get your domain listed on spam lists, and you do not want that. Second, make sure that when people sign up for it, they understand what this list is about. Don't surprise people. Don't be spammy. You don't like it when people do it to you, so don't do it to them. And use a lead magnet. And whatever it is, don't cheese this. We figure that an email address is mentally worth $15 to $20. And so we try to offer something around that level of value. You might consider a free sample. You might Consider a coupon code for a percentage off a first purchase or the next purchase. You might offer a guide or a checklist that's relevant to the product or service you offer. Whatever it is, do make it valuable. Don't just do the subscribe to my newsletter. You might offer value in your newsletter, but they're not going to know that. So when you're sending your emails, craft engaging content. Your emails should provide value to your audience, whether through educational content or special offers or insights. And then keep your emails concise, relevant, and focused on solving your audience's problems. Use strong subject lines. Your subject line is the first thing recipients see, and so it needs to be compelling enough to make them actually want to open that email. Use curiosity, urgency, and clear benefits to craft effective subject lines. For example, say, unlock the secret to doubling your sales in 30 days versus, a generic monthly newsletter. But make sure that you actually deliver on what you promise in your subject line, or people aren't going to trust you next time. And then segment and personalize your list. Not every buyer is the same. Some bought this, some bought that. Some are new buyers, some are never buyers, some are been longtime customers. And you want to be able to talk to each of them in a different way. So tailor your emails, segment your email list, and then tailor your emails to those different segments. Okay, moving on to social media. Social media gives you a very wide reach. The platforms have billions of people on them. And if you're a local business, almost everybody in your local area is going to be on one platform or another. And social media can allow you to engage and interact in real or near real time with your customers. And consistent social media presence builds a brand. It builds awareness. It keeps you top of mind with people. What are the key elements? First of all, choose the right platform. Where are your ideal customers? Where are they hanging out? So are you B2B and your ideal customer is a business owner and they spend most of their time on LinkedIn? Are they a younger audience that's hanging out on TikTok? Does your business lend itself more to visuals like travel? Well, then lean into the gram and lean into Facebook for more community building. Within social media, consistent branding is important. Define your brand, live it, breathe it everywhere, but especially on social media. That includes your brand voice. Be yourself applies to your brand just as much as it does to you. Don't be afraid of it. Lean into it. And then create valuable content. Share content that provides value to your audience, such as tips, tutorials, behind the scenes looks, success stories, case studies. Engage with your audience. As much as possible, respond to comments and messages. Look, I get it. That is a full-time job unto itself, and you're trying to run a business, which is 2 full-time jobs or more. So if possible, consider hiring this out or hiring someone to do it for you. Social media is not just organic. Most platforms have some way or another to pay for advertising. Some of it works better than others. Some of it is more cost-effective than others. And a lot of platforms have lost the ability to effectively target in recent years. So effective and targeted copywriting is going to win the day for you now. And finally, and again, most importantly, next to clarifying your message, measure and adjust your strategy. Why is measuring and adjusting your strategy so important for your business, so vital? Well, first of all, you're making data-driven decisions. When you measure your marketing efforts, it allows you to make informed decisions based on data rather than just guessing. Regular analysis helps you identify what is working and what is not, so that you can optimize your strategy for better results. And, the marketing landscape is constantly changing. Regular adjustments ensure you stay relevant and competitive. So the key elements of this are to set clear goals. Define what success looks like. Make that specific and relevant to you and your business. You want to use analytics tools like Google Analytics for your website. Most social media platforms include analytics tools. Email marketing platforms include analytics tools. And use those to track your performance. We also do internal reporting that allows us to factor in our sales. So, for example, if we got a lot of traffic on Instagram, but that didn't really convert, we got less traffic off of LinkedIn, but most of those people turned into paying customers, we would want to lean more into LinkedIn than to Instagram. You want to regularly review your data. I mean, you don't have to obsess over this, but check it once a week at first, and then maybe move to once every couple of weeks after that. You want to keep it long enough to let trends develop, but then short enough that you can actually catch those trends and take advantage of them. And finally, adjust your strategy. There is a whole video series just around tip 5 if we wanted to get into the nitty-gritty details around this. So for now, just keep your goals in mind. And then look at things like, well, which platform is performing best? Which ads, which posts are performing best? Lean into those, do more of those, spend more time or money into those things. So by following these 5 essential marketing tips, clarifying your message, optimizing your website, leveraging email marketing, utilizing social media, and finally measuring and adjusting your strategy, you can significantly boost your business's visibility, attract more customers, and ultimately impact that bottom line. Remember, consistency and continuous improvement are key. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you know somebody that could benefit, please share it with them. If you'd like to see more videos that can help you grow your business, give my channel a subscribe. If you have any questions or need personalized advice, feel free to leave a comment below or book a free consultation through my website.